Hi everybody, really excited today to take a look at the 2021 Yamaha 212S. This is a luxury model, 21 foot from Yamaha. It's got some cool upgrades, a lot of cool features. It's a very, very roomy boat for a 21 footer. Let's take a look at her. So a common thing with a lot of the Yamaha boats, in particular the 21 footer, is just maximizing space utilization. As we move to the bow of this boat, the first thing we're going to notice is that it's kind of a blend between kind of what your deck boat style wider bow is and your bow rider bow. So you've got a little bit more space than you would typically have in your bow rider, but you still maintain having that nice deep V, great water entry point, very comfortable riding boat, but with just a little bit more space in the bow. Other cool features that this boat has that are as part of the standard as being a luxury boat, docking lights, flip up cleats, stainless steel grab handles. On this boat also you have a bow boarding ladder, which you can access from the inside the boat or the outside, so that flips down to give you a bow boarding access. So again, loaded with features on this 21 foot 212S. So power is very important, and this is where you get into, on the 21 foot series, you're getting into twin engines, so a twin engine application. One of the primary differences when you look at the Yamaha line and you look at the way they name things, the 210 series is going to have twin 1049cc engines. The 212 series is going to have twin 1800cc engines, so it has the high output 1800cc engine, so more power in the 212 series. So obviously this one's going to have a larger engine, and you've got dual engine. So the other thing that's very important on this Yamaha that again differentiates it from other jet boats is you have this articulated keel, which really hangs down about 3 to 4 inches, helps you track a lot easier. You also have this rudder that, so when you have the boat in neutral, you can actually steer it and maneuver it around dock a lot easier than older jet boats. So that's a really kind of a distinguishing feature on all the Yamahas, but in particular on the 212S. So your transom area is obviously a real popular area on a lot of Yamaha boats. This lower deck, obviously it has a nice, comfortable padding built in here. This is almost at water level, so you're actually a lot lower to the water than you are in a traditional inboard outboard. Obviously you've got a stainless steel boarding ladder to get you even lower into the water. Nice stainless steel grab handle to get you up out of the water. And then as you move to the different other parts of the boat, other kind of cool features on this 212S that you're going to find is you are going to find transom speakers, which is pretty cool. So you've got some sound coming out of the transom of the boat. You've got these kind of extra heavy padded rear seats, so a little bit more comfortable rear seating area when you're sitting onto the pad. Transom stereo remote, so if you're just back here, you want to adjust the stereo or your Bluetooth setup, you can do that from right there. Again, another thing is going to be the flush out port, so you can actually run these engines from just a hose. You have a fitting from Yamaha that you get, and you don't have to actually be in the water necessarily to run the engine. You can actually just plug in the hoses and run one engine at a time, fire it up at home, test it to make sure everything's working. If you did take it into a saltwater application, you can flush it out with fresh water once you get home. So again, having that be out on the outside of the boat makes it a lot easier to hook the hose up to, rather than moving inside, opening the engine hatch, putting hoses all the way through, and just a lot easier, more convenient. So another unique feature to Yamaha jet boats is the cleanout ports that they have here at the transom. So, if you did suck up some weeds or you had a rope get sucked up by accident, you don't have to climb under the boat to necessarily, get access to it. All you have to do is pull this cleanout port up, and then you usually maybe take some weeds and just throw them out of the boat. They'll all be typically visible right down here in the cleanout port, so it's really convenient, easy to use without having to climb up underneath the boat or do all that type of stuff. And again, this is a feature that's patented to Yamaha. So as we move into the cockpit area of the 212S, obviously we have a luxury feel with all kinds of high-end upholstery, stitching, upholstery wrapped all the way around. Obviously cockpit speakers, cup holders. There's actually a table mount. The table mounts here in the cockpit. There's also a table mount on the transom that I didn't point out before on the transom part of the video. So again, excellent use of space utilization. This is a 21 foot boat, but it definitely feels a little bit bigger in the cockpit. You have this U-shaped seat in the back, and then you have dual captain's chairs on this 212S model. So kind of a bigger, much bigger feeling boat. Other upgrades that this boat has, obviously you have your premium speakers, but you also have your premium matte flooring, kind of the Nautique, sea deck style, lines in the flooring. That's all snap out, so you can move it out of the boat as well. So again, really nice space utilization in the cockpit. So we talked about the engine setup on this boat. Obviously that's kind of second to none. Yamaha does a good job, easy access, hydraulic gas assist shocks on this puppy. Open this up. Excellent fit and finish on the engine compartments. Obviously you have your high output 1800cc engines. They do a really good job on all the wiring and make everything look real clean, really nice and finished off. A lot of times you look in an engine compartment, it's pretty rough finish, but Yamaha does a great job. Obviously plenty of power on these boats. You're easily looking into over 50 miles an hour on this performance setup. Excellent overall performance on the 212S. So the captain's area is obviously a super important part to any boat. The Yamaha is no exception. Again, I'm a bigger guy. I've got plenty of space to, have my feet go. Obviously, you have adjustable helm seat that does spin backwards as well. This particular, you got 2 engine throttles because you've got dual engine setup. Again, conveniently located. Super easy to get to. Cup holders, cell phone storage area. There's actually a cell phone storage area up on the dash as well. And the Yamaha is pretty cool in that on this particular one, we have the larger Connect Yamaha digital screen. So instead of having traditional gauges, you've got the digital screen. It is a touch screen, or you can actually control it using this joystick as well. So if you'd rather use the joystick, you can do that. But all your engine data, your normal information. This one does have a cruise control mode, which is pretty cool. So it has a cruise assist that's RPM based, which is again a cool feature that you don't normally find on a bow rider style boat like this. But everything's all the dash, super modern technology. You're not getting your 1980s old school gauges in this boat. This is a very modern, sleek design and look. As we move away from the cockpit into the port side area, you've got a huge storage compartment, for your table, or actually there's a cooler in there right now. So a big storage compartment on both the port and starboard side. Again, one on this side as well. There's your table. So a lot of storage in this boat. We also have the ski locker. So a comfortable passenger seat area. Again, little spots to put your cell phones, little things, little glove box here that's a pretty good size. Lockable storage compartment down here if you've got valuables. The other thing is, again, you've got little areas to stuff towels or different things like that, cup holders. So again, excellent space utilization on the port side console area. So a super wide, super big, versatile bow in this 21-foot boat. I've seen a lot of 24-foot boats that don't have as much space in it as this boat has. This one's obviously equipped with the bow filler cushions. Those bow filler cushions obviously come out. The other thing I like to talk about with this is you do have these removable bow seats, so if you were fishing, you wanted to stand up in that area, you actually can. So you can maneuver this in several different ways to kind of fit your needs as far as what you want to do and how you want to use the boat. Obviously, it's plenty big enough for me. It's 6'2", to stretch out completely. Again, really cool, great layout on the bow area. There's also non-skid steps going from the front all the way up to the ladder we talked about. So as people board the boat from the bow, there's an easy way to do that. So one of the other features that's kind of distinguishing on the 212S model is the tower. So the tower is included on the S model. Really nice looking tower, good fit and finish. The bimini top obviously is really stable on this top. So this comes standard with a bimini, all stainless steel hardware. So you've got plenty of shade once it's opened up. But again, that's a kind of one of the S features is the tower. It does fold down if you do need to get it into the garage, but that's one of the advantages you're getting when you go to the 212S model is the wake tower. Thank you everybody for taking some time to watch with us on the 2021 Yamaha 212S with us here at Buckeye Sports Center. For more information about this boat and all the other boats in our inventory, visit buckeyesportscenter.com. The biggest thing with Yamaha is we're filming this, they're so hard to get. So if you are watching this video, whether you be in Ohio, Northeast Ohio where we're located, or anywhere around the country, get with your dealer, get one on order, get one locked in, because if you wait until spring of 2021, I can tell you right now, you're not going to get one. Thanks again for watching.